Seriously, fuck off with the filler. We just finished filler, Naruto. We don't need any fucking more. For fuck's sake. Like, what was the point of having an entire year worth of filler if we're just gonna have half the episode in filler? Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, we've had, like, this thing, what we've gone through this final part of this war, what we've had the Kakashi filler, which this should have been just clearly straight in there. We've had that fucking weird, like, tuning exam one that just came out of batshit nowhere. And we just had, like, this one, which was halfly, like, canon, which they adapted, I believe it was a chapter and, like, a couple of pages from, like, 666, where they're, like, I literally read them all like this now, just to re-look, see where they went, and I'm like, this didn't happen. There was a flashback tiny bit, but it was the fucking 2 panels of something completely different, and I'm like, but the stuff, that's the thing, it's like the stuff that we had was fucking awesome. The stuff that we had with Obito, like, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up, Mara. Like when he was asking, what am I to you, to say, yo, anyone that follows me, anyone that wants to, like, use, like, the infinite Tsukuyomi is Madara. You are Madara. And he's, like, holding out his hand to him, and he's explaining, like, the whole thing, what chakra was originally used to be for. Like, it was actually used previously, like, it was actually to, like, connect people to each other and, like, you know, people to understand, like, you know, enjoy it. But the problem is that people started internally using that chakra, not sharing it out with everyone, and, like, hand to fucking hand. And that's where ninjutsus came along, and funny enough, that's pretty much how, like, the first, like, original person that gave out the chakra, Kaguya, actually tried to use her power was for that, and that's why her son had to seal her up. And it's just like, when you think about this, like, and it's like all this, and then Madara going, like, up to him, holding the hand over to her and stabbing him, and even fucking, like, Kakashi, Minato, Gaara were all trying to go against Madara, trying to throw arm. He cuts off, like, the last fucking arm that Minato's got, throws the Rasengan while it's still in his arm into Kakashi, and also as well throw, like, Minato into Gaara, and I'm like, fucking done. No one can stop this monster. No one can. Obito, as he's walking over there with the black Zetsu, like, you know, resisting it, fucking stabs, like, Madara straight through the chest, and he gets, like, part of his sage powers back, and he's like, no, I'm the Obito Uchiha that wants to become the Hokage, like that, back in the day. It's like, okay, that was a lot better, I remember, than what it was in the manga, because I was like, really, now Obito thinks he can come with the Hokage. It made a lot more sense when it was in anime format than it was in the manga. And then I'm looking at it, all of that was fucking awesome. Like, fucking, like, Obito was, like, yanking, like, the 1 tails and the 8 tails from him, not to mention, so he's got the 9 tails and the Zetsu, so he's, like, trying to get all these parts back to, like Naruto, to, like, okay, we need to power him up, seriously, we're gonna get some of these tail beasts inside of him. And having this cool-ass team-up between Kakashi and Obito, that's fucking awesome. But when half the episode is just dedicated to just some silly little fucking flashback, which, let's be honest, they said, and they clearly said as well, like, oh, after this, we're pretty much done with the filler. Like, you know, this should be one of the last fillers that we have to do. And it's like, you motherfucking lying pieces of shit. Like, how many times have they said that? I think they clearly said when they first started the war that because they had that massive filler arc that they wasn't going to do it, and it's like, I mean, fuck, I really love Naruto. I love to have more episodes, but it's like, I don't want more episodes if it means you're just gonna slow the fucking story every fucking time, and you, like, they do this filler at the most inappropriate times when, like, something exciting is gonna happen, something hype, and it's like, oh, there you go. It's just like, if you're gonna do it at a right time, for fuck's sake. If you guys wanted to do a longer filler, do a longer filler, that's fine, but don't say you're returning to canon and you're just gonna go back into filler. Like, that's just genuinely lying to people, that is. And honestly, like I said, the stuff that I saw in this episode, it was awesome. The first half was amazing. I loved it. Animation was a bit, which is funny because the flashback actually looked better, honestly, animation-wise than the actual, like, canon stuff, which was very funny to see. But it was like, other than that, yeah, like, it was an awesome episode, but it's like, fuck's sake. Like, for fuck's sake, I really don't want no more filler. This is the whole reason why I wasn't reviewing the whole filler arc, because I didn't want to talk about most of it. And let's be honest, most of the filler in fucking Naruto isn't that great, apart from the Chikara arc. Like, but still, like, apart from that, I really did like the episode. I'd give, like, the first half of it together, like, I really, like, it was kind of building more up on the second half with, like, finding out more about Kakashi and Obito, but we've had that already. We've had that. Like, I mean, though, I'm not gonna lie, I got really sad when you saw Kakashi's change, when he saw, like, his father die. Like, it was some good stuff, but even still, it's just the fact that, don't fucking lie to us. Like, that's the whole fact. So, overall, it was a good episode. I give it, like, a 7. But I'm more upset at the anime studio than the actual episode itself. That's the thing, is like, you know, just don't fucking lie, guys. Just don't, like, just say, it's like, oh, we're gonna return, but we're gonna have a shit ton of fucking, like, in-canon filler stuff, like, going throughout it, like, so, yeah, I'd give it a 7 this week, because I was really mad, disappointed at that, but it's like, the stuff that they did do was fucking awesome. I think they do need to do a little bit more on the, like, the animation. I think that's, like, the only biggest issue I've had at the moment, that it doesn't look that good from, like, the last time they were on the wall. Maybe it's because, you know, they've got a lot of stuff going on at the moment, maybe, but it's like, even still, you know, just step up the animation game a little bit, and then I would literally have no problems, apart from a fucking filler. But it was like, other than that, yeah, fucking, you know, it was a good episode, apart from the things I mentioned. But that's all from me, so thanks so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next